I'm Paula Marie, the Ebony Biz Diva. I'm a speaker, author, educator, podcaster, and online business trainer. I'm the queen of Free.99. I train and support business owners on the Free.99 options that will help their businesses operate saving money while making money.
Hello, hello, hello. It's your girl Paula Marie, and it's like, where are some free places to sell your products? What are the pros and what are the cons? I am currently using two, and I may actually use a third, but I wanted to talk about the two platforms that I use: Etsy, which is the platform I started on, and Square, which is the platform I'm currently on. And I'm also still on Etsy. And I'll tell you why I'm on two different platforms, right? And why I may be open to going to a third. So I'm going to share my screen. Let's jump into it. I hope I have a fresh screen. I always have a lot of stuff on my screen, right? Okay, so I'm going to go to Etsy. As you can see, it's already preloaded here. Um, because I updated quite a bit. Double click on it. And the reason why I keep Etsy around is because I made my very first sale on Etsy. So it's a nostalgic place for me. And I have a lot of great reviews on Etsy. And I have recorded sales on Etsy. So when you are navigating through Etsy, I'm going to open up another one. I'm going to put Etsy.com, and I'm going to take all this other stuff off so that it'll just make me a regular schmegular girl looking for some things in the streets, right? So this is just my personal account, not my business account. If I want to switch to my business account, I just have to click Shop Manager here. There's a number 1 there, which means that you have either a message or a sale there that's waiting for you. That's actually a sale. So even though I do not advertise Etsy anymore, even though I do not give the Etsy link anymore, I have not for this entire year, and we are 7 months into the year. I am still getting sales for Etsy. And that's another reason why I won't close down the site. The other thing is, Etsy has its own marketing. They push Etsy.com into Google in so many different ways, and they are a huge company. So they can give a deeper, longer reach for your shop than you can. You still have to do your part and market. But because Etsy is so dedicated, over the last year, I've seen how they've really given us systems and tools to really grow our shops. During COVID, they were really hands on with us to make sure that any and everything that we needed to deliver customer service from a merchant perspective, they delivered it. And so, even though they're not my number one, they're my first one. And it's kind of like your first love. Like, you're always that first girlfriend, that first boyfriend that you had, you're always just kind of fond of them, right? So I'm sentimental when it comes to Etsy. Plus, it's so freaking easy to navigate through. And so if you use the right SEO words, if you made that list of the 20 to 30 SEO words that I asked you to do in the description, in the last video. Oh, look at me, I'm down here. So, they're not bad, not bad for somebody who doesn't advertise her stuff on Etsy. So I'm gonna put body butters, right? Whipped body butters. I'm going to be specific. Actually, let me just do body butters first. Let me not even be specific. So if somebody's in here and they like body butters, they may just type in body butters because they're looking for body butters. They may not know the different terminology for body butters. I apologize. My internet is crazy today. Well, it's the middle of the day. It's not the best time for me, but I needed to get this video done for you. Alrighty, so we're gonna put in body butters, and remember, I'm just a regular person looking, so it's not going to connect me. Trust and believe, I've done this search so many times, and you would think that my information would populate at the top, but it doesn't. It populates in order of how many reviews you have, how many clicks on your site you have, and your key SEO words will determine that. If you use the right SEO words, when your items are searched for, they will pop up. So this is what pops up under body butters, right? And you'll see labels like bestseller. So what Etsy does is it automatically will create a label if you're selling a lot of a certain product at any given time. So this is why it's important for you to do specials, because if you do specials, Etsy has a way for you from your Etsy store to send out a special ad, you know, with that special and the discount, and it's clickable. So when your social media posts hit, there's a clickable link on that ad, and it's not an ad, it's just a post. But that post is clickable, that takes them back to Etsy. And so when you're driving sales and you're using Etsy, you definitely want to use that, because you want these labels to appear to be bestsellers. If you sell so many items within a certain amount of time, that item is classified as a bestseller. And then free shipping started last year. There's a lot of buzz in the streets about free shipping when it comes to Etsy, because they are trying to align themselves with all the greats, and Amazon is great for free shipping. So that's why most people use their Prime. They want to have that generate into sales for you. So if you agree, you have to agree to your shop participating in the free shipping program. And it just means that for every order over $35, your customer will receive free shipping. I opted in for it. You know, it's just, I understand checks and balances, and for me to ship something, average is about $5. So if a customer spends $35, I literally made $30 on it. If I can turn or convert that customer into a repeat customer, which my repeat game is crucial, like crucial, then yeah, it's worth it. And so that is definitely worth it. So as you're scrolling down, these are all of the items that pop up under butter, right? And I don't see my stuff anywhere. I don't see it. It's difficult to get on this top main page. And you want to be on the first. Most people aren't going to scroll to the very bottom, and most people are not going to go to the 2, 3, and the 4. So it's very difficult to get on the main page. You can also tell how many sales they have. So this one that's number one is number one because they have had over 4,000 sales, almost 5,000. Like, I don't know when they started. I don't know how long their shop's been open, but they have almost 5,000, and they are running a sale. Everything is, this one is 20% off. So another thing that Etsy will do is they will move people around in the rankings, also based on if you have items on sale. So you definitely want to make sure that you have something on sale if you're using Etsy, even if it's just $1 off. You want to have some type of incentive so that it helps Etsy move you across their board in their search engines to climb you up in the ranks. You want that. So sale items will get you ranked up higher. Offering free shipping will get you ranked up higher. And having a bestseller, something that's really, really like a diehard, will get you ranked up higher. And these stars will definitely get you ranked up higher. Meaning, if you have reviews and all of your reviews are positive, the more reviews you have, that will also get you up in the ranks. So I wanted to let you see this, because I don't think enough people understand how SEO is so crucial. You cannot really run your business without understanding just the basics of SEO, like just the basics. And Etsy also has a way to help you understand that for your shop. And they will tell you in your analytics what SEO words are driving people to you. So now we got a little bit more specific, right? A little bit more specific. We used Whip, right? And if you notice, Whipped is in the title of most of these. It is a high converting SEO word. Shea butter is also used multiple times. It is also an SEO word. You want to make sure that you are stacking your SEO words in your title. As long as that title can be, you're putting SEO words in that title to describe what you have. It's your first line of defense in terms of getting ranked. And then also, you want to make sure your description is filled with other SEO words. Do not duplicate SEO words. Do not waste your time saying shea butter 15 times in the description, in the in the ingredients, in the title. Um, don't do it. You just needed that one time. You just needed that one time, and then use that space for an SEO word. Use that for a different word, honey. Use that for something that may not be as high ranking, but definitely could help pull your item up the search for that client when they're looking. You just want to be very descriptive so that your titles say exactly what it is. Organic is another high ranking SEO word. Body butter is a high ranking SEO word. Skincare is another high ranking SEO word. So I just wanted to kind of let you know what is hot in the streets of Etsy, right? What's hot? So that's me as a consumer. Let's click on my shop. So it tells you I've been on Etsy since 2018. So it's literally like a year and 3 months. So I'm a baby in these Etsy streets. I've only been on about 15 months. Um, it tells my base, it tells my sales, and it tells my star rating. Now I'm upset about this star rating a little bit, but I turned that lemon into a lemonade because I've had a 5-star rating the entire time. And then I think last month someone ordered a scent and they didn't like the scent. And so they gave me like a rating that wasn't as comparable. And um I can't do anything if you didn't like the scent. You chose the scent. So what I chose to do, you can hide reviews, but I don't do that. I try to work with as much transparency as possible. So I left the review up, but you can also post a comment or response, and that is available as well underneath her review. So my comment uh, is also noted. So anyone that sees that will also be able to see how I respond to those types of comments, what my customer service looks like, how I handle those challenges in my business. I could have said, well, it's not my fault you chose the wrong scent. It's your fault you chose the wrong scent. You know, I'm sorry it didn't work out for you. Like I could have did that. But what I said was, oh, we apologize. We understand that scent is important, something to that effect. Is an important aesthetic, and everyone's sense of scent is different. If you would like, I can exchange that for another item. Feel free to look through my offerings and let me know, and I will definitely send that out to you within the next 3 business days. Like I just, put on my professional, hat and did what I do because I think that is equally as important. My shop has been favored 34 times. So, like I said, my shop is a very infant shop. Some of these people, they their inventory is much higher than mine, so they're selling at a higher rate. Their price point is a lot smaller than mine. I don't know if you noticed that the price point between shops varies from 5 to 11, from 12.75 to 4. So this one looks big. I don't know if it is. It's only 8 ounces. That looks huge for 8 ounces, but it's against the white backdrop. So the way that you shoot it makes it look bigger than it actually is. And it's $15.50, and my product is at $14.99. So it didn't start off that way. I started off kind of in the weeds at $8 to $10, but an 8 ounce for me now is $14.99. I'm very clear. So you can tell that it's also a bidding war. And that's one of the things I don't like about Etsy is that it puts my rankings against someone else. So even if I lead someone to Etsy, I post a pin on Pinterest with a beautiful body butter that's colorful and has a clear background, and the pen is stacked with SEO words that talks about how to treat eczema for your skin. um, and the how to is actually a key word when it comes to Pinterest and how your pins are found. And I'm creating a solution to people with eczema on their skin. And you click on it and it takes you directly to my Etsy shop right here, right? Guess what? When you scroll down my shop, and these are all of my reviews, so you see everything on that main page, my sales, how long I've been on there, my pictures, my story. You can find me on other links, my policies. Um, when you click on an actual item for Etsy, and I'll show you, when you click on an actual item for Etsy, then it takes you to my page, right? And you can decide on like what it is that you want. So these are my pricing, just so you can get an idea. And that $10 is a gift set, which is a set of like 3 2 ounce. So the very, very small. But my 8 ounce butters are 14. 14. So if you go in and you get a little deeper in the weeds, you'll be able to see. And if you buy things together, it gives them a little bit of a nudge so that they can get free shipping, right? This particular product, I have 20 shop reviews. It also tells if when it was done and what product it was purchased. So you get a sense of what product they purchased. They purchased the white chocolate body butter or the new cacao body butter or the oils. So you get a sense of that. And then a snapshot of my delivery. So if you were to order now, you would receive it between the 15th and the 22nd. That's really a long date, but I kept it because I normally ship out within 2 to 3 days of receiving the order. Um, my cost to ship is a bit low. I'm actually going to increase it by 50 cents. And then if you need to send me a message, it's all here. So if you are a new business owner, you've got a product, you want to get something on quick, fast, in a hurry, this is the way to go, because it took me 10 minutes to set up my shop for Etsy. I've been making these butters for since 1990, and I wanted to find a solution for my hair. And I had to create my own mix of what would work on my hair. So I've been using these butters that I've been making for 30 years. Okay. Now, fast forward 2 years ago, I have a vision board party at my home. And I said, oh, I'm going to do some party favors. And I had to make some butter for my son because he was using it on his skin. He has eczema. And I said, oh, I'm going to make some for my friends, just some little samples. And my friends kept asking and kept asking and kept asking. So I was whipping it up one night and it looks like cake batter. And I said, oh, I'm going to shoot a video. And I posted my video of me mixing my butters. And when I shot that video of me mixing my butters, and I said, guess what I'm making? And people were like, oh, a cake, oh, this. And somebody said shea butter. And I said, ding, 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 you're right. And I tagged them and I said, you're right. And then the next post I received or comments on the post were, hey, how much are they? What kinds do you have? Where can I buy one? I'll buy one. Where do I find you? And so really quickly, I had to figure out how in the world how do I do this thing? I had just bought some earrings on Etsy from a friend of mine who makes handcrafted jewelry. And so I went on. It took me 10 minutes. I took some photos on my phone real quick. They were the worst photos ever. Swear to God. I think this was the picture. I still keep it. It was on my dining room table. And these were the containers that I was using, the little plastic containers, honey. No labels at that time, but I started to kind of get fancy about a year out with these type of labels, right? And now I'm using these type of containers. And this is a picture of my unscented. So that's why they look so generic. But you can see over time, like whatever container I could get is what I could get. And I always refer people to my Etsy shop because you can see the transition in how I grew my business and how I'm still growing. You can see how I'm starting to work a little bit with marketing and using food. Food entices people. People can smell when they see food. When they see it on the page, it creates a scent for them. They can imagine themselves smelling it. That's a tip for someone. So if you are working on a product or a digital service, you can also have digital services. Etsy is the way to go. Now, this is a con for Etsy. Below your site are your competitors. So what if they keep scrolling at the bottom and they see something that catches their eye and they click off of it and now they've left you and they're in the quagmire of Etsy.com because one click goes to another click, goes to another click, right? That is the con that I have with Etsy. That's one of the cons I have, right? I'll tell you the second one later. Now, explore more options is a SEO keyword like birthday cake, right? It's like an explosion of words that you can use in your products to ensure that, well, actually, these are my SEO words that I'm using. But if you really, really want to get hip to what words are working in the streets, let's go back to the main site. Let's go to the top here. Let's see. And let's find a site. Let's find this site. This site has over 4,000 reviews. So let's go to that site. Let's see what they got going on. 19,000 sales, right? And 4,000 reviews, almost 5,000, right? It also tells you when your items are low in stock. So the site is built in with all of these urgers that subliminally let you know that you need to order. So we're going to the bottom of their site and their competitors are listed here as well, right? And these are their SEO words, right? These are their SEO words. And you can start to kind of pull SEO words from your competitors that are at a space that you aspire to be. Because if it works for them and it pulls them through the search engine, then it also works for you. Like for pregnancy is an SEO word I have not used. I am going to snag that. I'm going to snag that. I like it. Um, yeah, the rest of these I pretty much have, so I'm good on. All right, let's go into the nitty gritty of which one am I on? My shop. So I don't navigate my shop a lot um, on my laptop. I'm just not a laptop user. Makes me a little crazy, a little crazy. So let's go to my shop. And I just want to show you the back end for a few minutes just so you can see how quickly it is. Once you log in and create an account with your email and your password, it will take you to your dashboard right here. And then there's always, this is like a little checklist. They're always telling you things that you may want to do to increase your ratings, things like that. So on the side, you have your dashboard, your listing, your messages, your stats, your finances, marketing, integrations. Integrations is really key. If you already have a free system that you're using, like I am using a free system to take sales that are just in-person sales. And so they integrate really well with that particular store. And they also gave me a card reader. So I'm able to use the card to process payment cards, credit cards, and debit cards as well. But if you have a listing, you want to click on listing, and it's going to take you to all of your listings, a page for all of your listings. And then you simply create a listing. And I created this probably in 15 minutes that first night when I went on. The other thing, because I've made $41 today, so I'm okay with that. I like making money off something I don't have to work hard at. Um, you have the option to receive your money the next day, and I really like that. I'm also an Amazon seller, and you have to allow your payments to stay in your Amazon account 14 to 21 days before you're able to receive it. And the fees are, for me, were just not worth it because the price point of my items are very small. If you have large items, large price point items that you're moving, then you can afford those fees. But for me, I'm selling items as low as $4.50. So from a business perspective, it didn't make sense to me. So these are all of my listings, right? The ones that are starred are my featured listings. And so I can check these off. These are going to be the first 4 items that you see when you go through my shop, right? Um, Here are my digital listings. So I've got to actually change this price. I think I'm going to do it because I actually just changed the price on my other site. So I'm going to do it on this one as well. Alrighty. So here is where you come up with your title. You have all of this space. I'm not maximizing nearly the amount of SEO words that I need to be using for this. And you tell them if it's a product what type of product it is. You can do a digital product, and you can also do physical products as well. This is where you get into the description of what it is, if it applies to you. Um, this doesn't really apply to me because I'm not working with furniture or aesthetics or things like that, pictures, murals. So it's not that type of a print. It's a download. And then you can choose a holiday. I would not choose a holiday unless it is only specific to a holiday. So I do have holiday type scents in my store, but I do not want this entire listing to be categorized as a holiday. So you have to be very clear. If there's a special occasion like Mother's Day or Father's Day or Christmas, all of my items can be used for all of those entities. However, um, I don't want this listing to be associated specifically with that, because now I'm niching my product down, and I'm not, and my product is open to so much more. That's probably 1%. That holiday or occasion is probably 1% of what my products can be used for. You can control your listings. So it's $20 to list it, right? And it expires every 4 months, 3 times a year. You can make it automatic. And if it's automatic, it will automatically charge you when that month comes available. Or you can make it manual. And a manual listing I use when I'm testing out a product or an event, or if I know I no longer want to sell that anymore, I'll switch it to manual. And then when it times out, and it's no longer available. And then here, physical or digital, it's a digital. Your description, my description is not nearly long enough. I actually can go in and update this. I haven't seen that in a minute. And then you can preview what this looks like on Google. Did you get that? Preview listing as a Google search result. So these listings, this box right here and your title at the top are going to be the end all be all of how this shows up on Google. So make sure that you are using from that list of 20 to 30 SEO words, and you are rotating those words, and you are intermingling those words inside of your description sentences. And then you can also make this a custom order. Tags. Now, I think you have so many tags available for this. And I have one more that I can add. So this is a marketing tool. I'll start a podcast, free online shops. Let me see what else I can add on here. Boom. Because with free 99, like that's who I am, right? I'm the queen of free 99. So it gives you 13 tags, and these tags should all come from that list of 25 to, I'm going to actually change it to 40 SEO words, because you have 13 here, right? And then your materials, what you use on this. So I'm actually going to put digital download. Hmm. And you don't want to reuse words. So if you've used words in here, or if you've used words in here, or if they're in your title, you don't want to reuse words again. So it's very important that you have a robust list of SEO words you can reach back into. And your ingredients are another set of words that will be used to be able to pull you up. And then here, I think I'm just going to make this here $7. And then you upload your downloads here. So if you have digital files, you can upload your downloads, and then you just hit publish. You just hit publish. And that's how you build a listing. And if you have more listings, you add them here. As you can see, I have 24 active listings. I am downsizing my Etsy store because I don't want to pay the simple fees for items that are not moving. So I am making some items inactive. This number will grow because I've changed some of these listings to manual, and they will not reload. They will not update. But it tells you like how many you've sold. Like I've sold like 2 sales for my book on Etsy. I sell more on the other platform. And I also sell more when I am speaking. I use them for my speaking engagements. I've had 8 visits. I've had a total of 23 sales for this one. I've only had a sale of 4. This one is my day one. This one is about maybe 4 months old, maybe 5 months old. Um, So it gives you a lot of different data. You can kind of look at the snapshot. And then you can also look at like what your store looks like. Like this kind of stands out to me. So I need a different picture for that. And I actually do have a newer picture. So I need to update that picture. I've made 5 sales off of it, so I'm going to keep it. I will say that their red cherry has only been, it's only seasonal. So it came around last summer. It's around this summer and it will go. So it doesn't even have a fighting chance in the world. It's seasonal. It's not all year long. Um, so the thing is, once you archive these, you can bring them back into the forefront and you can have downloads. This is actually a video that I produced in 2006. So it's been around for a while. And I haven't had any sales on this one. But again, when I teach classes, I sell them manually. And that's where the integration that I use with Etsy that gives me the square to be able to take online, credit card and debit card payments comes into hand. So go into your Etsy shop if you're thinking about it. I enjoy Etsy because I feel like it's an easier way to manage and it's an easy system. It's pretty straightforward. You add a listing, you look, this is where you go. You click here, you put your photos. It tells you what you need to, do for your photos. It gives you all these tips here. And then you can link your photos to the actual information. This is new. You can add a video. So you can actually add a video and then you can build your listing. Remember, SEO content here, lots of SEO content here. Is it automatically going to renew or do you want it to manually renew? Is it a physical product or is it a digital product? Lots of SEO words here. And I kind of build this one last. The reason why on Etsy I build it last is because I want to fill up all my tags. So all of the tag words go in here, right? And then my materials go in here, what I'm actually using in my product. Mango butter, castor oil, each one of these are tag words. And once I fill all of these, this is 26 tag words, right? What's left over that I didn't use in these 26 options, what I didn't use in the title, I now can go back to that list of 40 and the words that I did not use, I will create a description that will incorporate them in here. And so that's a good way for you to systematically make sure that you're using all of your SEO words and your SEO content. And then the last thing I wanted to really talk about are your stats. Because I look at my stats and my conversions uh, a lot. I look at what happened last year and what happened this year a lot. I look at the amount of visits that I've had. So even though I'm not actively throwing this out into the world, I'm not advertising my Etsy store. I still have Pinterest pins that direct people to Etsy. I still have um, articles and documents that have my Etsy listing on. And I also still have um, pictures, with my old labels. And I'll show you that in a second. My labels have my website on them. So if someone is looking at a picture that's on Google that populates when they Google body butters, they're going to see the Etsy website on that label from a picture that I posted a year ago before I updated to paulaswhip.com. So 33 people found me in the last week and visited my shop. I've had 8 orders. That's a huge conversion rate of 24%, almost 25%. A conversion rate of like 10, probably 6 to 8% is what you generally get. 10% is pretty high. So my conversion rates are really, really good, but it's because I really focused on my SEO words. I know y'all are sick of me, right? You can compare your previous period to this period, but it also tells you where your traffic came from. So the most traffic came from direct and other. And then you have social media. And I don't do ads because I'm the queen of FREE.99. So I don't do ads at all. How shoppers found you, the Etsy app, and the Etsy pages. So I showed up on Etsy and brought 8 people to me. Like that's how they did it. And then some people just did a search on Etsy, keying in those issues that they're having, and my website or my products popping up as the solution. And then your direct traffic, if you click on this, it'll tell you like what your direct traffic is. And it'll tell you like the days that you spiked. It'll say that my Etsy shop came in and I had 6 visits on that day, and I had 1 on this day, and I had 2 on this day. So it gives you some more meat and potatoes so that you can kind of understand like how to pull through. Now, this is the one I love. I kind of go to this one. And this is really the only thing I go to. I want to know which social media platform is pushing me, right? And remember, I have not advertised this Etsy site in this entire year, not for the last 6.5 months. So my top, there was a pin out there, and a pin out there gave me the information that I needed in order to bring somebody in from Pinterest. And then Instagram is next, but just zero, right? Um, Facebook is a net. I don't know what that means. What does it say? It may say it decreased 1 visit from the same time last year. Got it. And this decreased 86% from the same time last year because I don't advertise it, right? So you really want to get in tune with where your traffic is coming from, because those are the platforms that you need to be really visiting. Says here that 24% of my visits came from Etsy, 58% came from other traffic, and then 15% over here is just for visits, and 3% came from social media. So Etsy is driving all of my business to me. That's because they have that marketing engine, they have that marketing machine. They are pushing people to use Etsy more and more. And I'm just sitting here looking because I'm not doing anything. And then it also will give you an idea of like your top searches and what people are interested in. And this is good information to know because it also helps you with how you can align your products. So I hope that you enjoyed this Etsy tutorial. Oh, and the other reason I didn't get to this, the other reason that I left Etsy is because I started selling hand sanitizers during COVID. And because Etsy controls this platform, it controls the look of it. It controls like what items you can and you can't place on it. They took it down. I placed an ad one evening. I woke up with 5 sales the next morning at 6 a.m. The next afternoon, when I went in, it was deactivated. And that was it for me. I was like, I need to go somewhere where I can sell my things and have a little bit more freedom because I'm growing. And because I'm growing, um, I need to be on a platform that allows me to have that growth. Does it mean I'm not going to be on Etsy? Yeah, I'm still on Etsy. I'm going to use them the way I need to use them. But that was the second reason why I chose to go in a different direction and add a different shop to my offerings. And that shop, I have to drive it. That shop, nobody has a marketing uh, machine to push people to me. I literally am working my butt off to point people to that shop. But I've grown in the last 2 years. And so people are looking for me, and I'm in a place where driving traffic to my own personal site isn't as difficult as it would have been if I had done that in the beginning. So I wouldn't suggest that in the very beginning. It is a lot of work, and you definitely want to build a presence with your customer base, but you also want to build a presence on Google. And if you remember, Etsy helps you to build a presence on Google so that when you start to use those same SEO words later on in life, it pulls you up a little bit higher. So, anyway, I hope this was helpful for you. It's your girl, Paula Marie, aka the Ebony Biz Diva, aka the Queen of FREE.99. And ask me any questions in the Facebook group. Don't forget, that's where we are digging in and doing all the things that we need to make sure that we have the understanding to support you in your business. All right, bye.